Marshmallow Fanboy back with another review. This time I'm pretty excited. I'm excited all the time. I shouldn't say that. That's a little... You're not excited about the other ones? Of course I am. But I'm excited about this one for a couple reasons. One, I just got upgraded from a Samsung Galaxy 9 to a Samsung Galaxy 23. So I'm shooting this on a Samsung Galaxy 23. I'm hoping it makes a difference. I don't know. I was pretty happy with the videos as were, but I don't know how to use the camera as well as maybe some other YouTubers, so their videos always come out really nice. I am using 3-point lighting in this video, so the first time I've done it, I have a blue light over there, and I have a key light over there, and over here I have a sort of a third light that's a little less bright than the key light. So I'm seeing if that improves sort of the quality of the videos. I don't know. Maybe there's no difference. But the main difference so far is that with the ring lights, they had limited range, so I could always get some glare off the box. And on at least one of the lights, I have it the post as high as it'll go, so that I'm reducing glare. I can already see I raised the secondary light up because there was a glare right here. So today I'm going to be opening and reviewing this latest McFarlane wave of Batman figures. And the great thing is that they are all Batman, but one of the Batman is the one that we wanted the most. That year 2 Batman. And one of them is a new Batwing. The Batwing from Mattel was super cool. I don't think we've had a Batwing in a McFarlane wave. That might be incorrect. I'm not sure, but I really like that Batwing from the Mattel. It was DC Multiverse still, but it was 6-inch scale. And Two-Face's Batman, I understand that's canon. Comes right from a comic book, but I'm not familiar with the comic book. But the design was really cool. I couldn't pass that up. It wasn't just that, it was Jokerized or something like that, where I thought, well, it's a variant, and you're either into the variants or you're not into the variants. And I'm not into the Jokerized stuff from Target, but I am really jazzed about some of the stuff that it has been in comic books, and maybe something that I'll read eventually. And that's what Batwing and Two-Face's Batman is. This Batman is just super classic. Just hyper classic. That thing sold out in 4 seconds. It was incredible. The amount of time that it sold out in was amazing. And of course it's still available on fan channels like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth as far as I know. But if you're looking at Target, Walmart, I can't find anything on Walmart really. Walmart's site is real hard to use. But this is just bad ass. It's the Batman that you associate most with Batman. If you're like me and you grew up with Batman in the 70s, that's the one you're most familiar with. There's a Knightfall Catwoman, and that is awesome too. And I haven't opened her yet. I put some of the figures away, and so I haven't located it. But once I've located it, I will open it up because I think I got that entire wave also. So as normal, the normal packaging has large image on the back, which isn't helpful. Doesn't tell you what figures are in the wave. Something more helpful, that's a Kelly Jones picture, I think. It's it's got to be a Kelly Jones cover, man. That's awesome. Anyway, it should have this image, maybe a little smaller, something you can cut into a file card, but it should have pictures of figures that you could get in stores so that it would help people who maybe are just coming across this for the first time and going, what else is in this wave that is super cool and I should look out for? And in this case, it's nothing. You can't really look ahead. Batwing comes with cool. That art is maybe not my favorite. I don't know what that is from. But Batman Incorporated. is the comic book title it's from. Of course, Batman Knightfall was a comic series, and Two-Face's Batman from Batman Reborn. I'm not familiar with Batman Reborn. That is a super cool image, but again, nothing on the back. You could probably scan the QR code in stores, but I don't know if you would just get lost in oblivion of advertising or not. So I don't know how realistic that is, because I haven't done it in store. But that is them in the package. How about we bust these things out and see what we think? Let's take a closer look. Okay, now that they're out of the package, let's take a closer look. Also, I'm not going to go through the articulation. I think there isn't anything really special about the articulation of anything except maybe Batwing. But otherwise, the articulation is what you would expect. Double elbows, a hinge in the wrist, a swivel, bicep swivels on both sides, butterfly joints on all three of the figures. This mid-torso crunch, a waist twist. The belt on all three of them covers the waist joint. There's the kind of the plastic diaper, for lack of a better description, that hides the leg. Unless you twist it out too far, and then you can see sort of a hollow spot. It has double jointed knees. They all have ankle rockers and ankle joints, and they all have toe joints also. So that's the thing they all have in common. The head, we might take a look at the articulation on, because that's always kind of a question mark, and I haven't tried any of them yet. Batwing has some unique stuff because of the shoulder pads and things like that. But otherwise, these two are what you would expect from Batman figures. And of course, Two-Face, except for the face, is a repaint of Batman Hush figure. It's got the... I don't know if that's the logo from Hush. I'm pretty sure that's the belt. I don't know if the logo is. The logo isn't painted on. That logo is sculpted on. But let's take a closer look first at Batman, because he's awesome. He's got a Batarang, very classic Batarang, and I'm going to put that aside. He also came with 2 extra hands. And let's see if you can see that. He came with 2 open hands and 2 fists. So no matter whether you want to wield the Batarang with the left hand or the right hand, the answer is you can. Of course, it came with the obligatory stand. Came with the card, which is the artwork from the back of the package. It's a Kelly Jones image, but I don't know what it's from. It'd be cool if they put the comic book that the art was from on the card, so that if you were a fan or you wanted to get that comic book, you could do that. It's a shame they don't do that. Seems like a good opportunity for cross promotion. But let's take a closer look at, see, the logo. Oh my gosh, just that classic logo, so nice. And the light gray is really faithful. The light blue, just amazing. Let's see what the head does. Very little down. Pretty good up. And let's see, side to side? Yeah, a little side to side. So he has a little expressiveness. See the belt, just pure yellow. This thing is just straight out of a Super Friends cartoon. So cool. Do you remember the Super Friends from, I think they were Walmart exclusive when they were doing the Mattel ones, the 6-inch ones? They came out with Batman and Green Lantern and Superman and something else, but they were just this classic look for Batman. It's really cool with the little canisters on the belt and everything, and the boot, just what you'd expect it to be. Just that nice point right up at the top, and man, just a really cool figure, just all together. And I know if you're watching this and you haven't gotten it because it was all sold out, Hang in there. McFarlane usually puts out a ton of the figures because he knows that they're in demand. I don't know if that's absolutely true. The Dark Knight figures, he's sort of just kind of sold through on and didn't replace them. They're just kind of going. But it could have been that the licensing agreement was only good for a little while because of likeness rights and things. So too bad as Batman. Look at that face, man. That is just really nicely sculpted. That is exactly what you would expect from a McFarlane figure. All that really gruesome scarring. It's really nice. You can see it on the mask. Just really cool. Even the horns of the kind of go up like a devil instead of the bat. And that's just really nice too. Not absolutely sure that there's a Hush Batman. It's just the logo. The belt sort of tipped it off, but I'm not absolutely sure. But that is cool. It reminds me of a Harlequin figure. Just a classic Harlequin figure. And we've gotten a classic Harlequin, but it was an animated series Harlequin. It'd be cool to have a regular Harlequin and stand her next to Two-Face. Or have Two-Face in between Harlequin and Batman. And both of them looking at Two-Face like, what? What are you doing? Why are you doing that? So let's see. Dang. There's a neck. Something at the base of the neck that's moving. And so he gets a lot of look down. But the neck doesn't go the other way. So this is molded on. So the head isn't kind of connected to the neck. The neck is connected to the body. So you get a ridiculous amount of side by side, but he's evil, so he could, you know, he has a lot of expressiveness. You know, I forgot his hands. He has 4 alternate hands, 2 red and 2 black, because of course the paint job is red and black, so you can't just have kind of one of each. You have to have 2 of each. So he does. He has open grips, closed fists, and trigger hands. He has the card. Very cool artwork. Again, the package said Batman Reborn, so you could always get that, and that's kind of a good indication of when this appeared, comic-wise, because I got the feeling that was maybe a miniseries or a one-shot or something. Of course, comes with the action figure stand also. Now, he has a thruster in the back that's supposed to point down. I pointed it up for the stand, but it comes off, but it rotates. So you can have it thrusting out like that. Can have it all the way at the bottom, sort of for this thrust. But if you had a shot where you wanted him to be dashing forward and punching at the same time, you could have that thrust out like that, and that would look really cool. He has these thruster boots. These effects come right off. Oops, there goes Batman. I've knocked over Batman. And the one on the backpack comes off, but it kind of snaps in so that you don't have to sort of keep plugging it in and out. You can keep it plugged in. The Batwing, of course, goes up and down. The wings are real flimsy, so be careful on how you store this. Maybe in a shoebox or something sturdy where it's not going to get bent. But the shoulder pads on top don't impede the movement because they float right on that joint. And of course, there's a bicep swivel, so you get a lot of movement out of the arm, and the shoulder blade doesn't go back extremely far, but it goes back far enough so that you can get some really dynamic poses in there. Let's see, I got him posed face down. Oh, the head up is really good, but he's a flying character, so you gotta do that. And head down. It feels like he has like 2 neck joints, so it feels like he's got a neck, like a ball joint that goes into the head, and one that goes into the base of the neck. That's just what it feels like. And of course, he gets a lot of side to side, and look at all of the details on that armor. I think one of the things I like about McFarlane Toys is just all of the details. They really go to town on this stuff. like Too Bad's face and Batwing. And I know that the Batman Knightfall, the very classic figure, is probably the most in demand figure. That'll probably be produced in a long time. But frankly, it's, it was probably pretty easy to put that figure together because they already had the parts. Probably pretty easy to put Two-Face together because they basically had all the parts except for the head. But with Batwing, wow, there's a lot of stuff that looks just like it's brand new. And it could be that there's some reuse from some Batman Beyond figure or something. I'm not absolutely sure because that Batman logo looks a little Batman Beyondish, but the armor itself, and it could be a repaint. It could be, I'm not positive, but it doesn't feel that way to me. It just feels really fresh. It feels really new. And I like it a lot. But I don't sort of care for the art, the card art that came with it, because the card art kind of looked like that, and like, okay, and it comes with the figure stand. So that is my review of this wave. I don't know what you would call this wave. I am glad that they're all Batmans, but there have been some waves where it's all been things like, hey, all of these figures are from this storyline, or all these figures are from the Dark Knight, and things like that. And I wish that this had sort of tied into something, but I'm super glad we got this. This is the figure I didn't know that I needed. And who can't use a good, solid Iron Man-ish Batwing? Just a super cool Batwing. Well, that's it. So until next time, enjoy your toys. You enjoy your toys, Batman. I will punch you in the face. And I will sit here with my thrusters, and I'll thrust toward you. I don't like your voice. Cool, because I was faking that voice. I'm doing a voiceover audition in 15 minutes, and I thought I would warm up with that voice. That's not a cool voice, man. You dress like a bat. Shut up.